Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so that we can bring you the latest news as it happens and we can all work together with our great leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality and at the same time expose the terrorist activities of the Nigerian government to the whole world to see. The international community and their foreign missions plans to relocate to Lagos because the Fulani Nigerian government has no answer to the Biafran freedom struggle and the Nigerian terrorist military are no match to Eastern Security Network operatives. Even with their imported 10,000 terrorists from Libya to join the Nigerian military, it did not also help them. The diplomatic community are not happy with the Fulani Nigerian government, who they have advised severally to let Biafra go peacefully, but the Fulani refuse, thinking they have a way around it. Because they succeeded in the NSAS protest, because they succeeded in quenching the revolt of the shy Muslim, they thought they could sabotage Biafra and stop Biafran freedom. They thought they could use bribe. They could pay international lobbyists. And they could also get Biafran informants and acquire sophisticated weapons with which they will use to massacre Biafrans and create fear amongst Biafrans and make them stop the freedom struggle. But all those things failed. It failed. And the diplomatic community are now running out of patience with the Nigerian government. They are now planning to relocate to Lagos because the Nigerian government can no longer assure them of safety of their lives and properties and families. Due to the cascading level of insecurity ravaging Nigeria, especially the north, which have restricted the diplomats' movement across the states within Abuja. Coupled with the fact that the terrorist Fulani bandits, Boko Haram and ISWAP, have taken over most of the northern states surrounding Abuja, and they are heading towards Abuja. And this has made Abuja no longer safe, and the Nigerian government is not doing anything about it to stop the marauding terrorists, but they are focused on stopping Biafran freedom, which they have no answer to. The diplomatic community are now pressuring their various home governments and the United Nations to conduct Biafran referendum because they have seen that the Nigerian government is not interested in peace and they are the one funding and supporting the terrorists terrorizing Nigerians. As the Southeast is currently on fire as a result of ESN operative engaging the terrorist Nigerian military in full force, and thousands of the terrorist Nigerian military are on the run because they have not seen any army like Eastern Security Network before. Even some of the imported Libyan terrorists have been killed. The Serikin Fulani of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, is also on the run and have now seen that the Nigerian military and the Fulani Nigerian government cannot help him because they themselves are helpless. Hope Uzodinma have reached out to Ohaneze Ndigbo for help, along with other Southeast governors. The Southeast governors are begging Ohaneze Ndigbo to help them reach out to IPOB and Eastern Security Network. The Southeast governors have now seen that the Fulanis cannot help them. I don't get it why they are afraid of Meeti Allah. They can't help them, and they can't do anything to them. They have committed grievous sins against Biafrans, and they must bear the consequences of their sins. And no amount of begging will help them unless they bring back in Nkonso alive. They must bring a council back alive for us to forgive them. If they can't, then they must bear the consequences of their sins. Our Biafran brothers in Niger Deltas, they have now seen that the Fulanis are deceiving them. They are deceiving them. They have seen it. Okay, imagine in 2016, the Nigerian Fulani government launched a $1 billion cleanup and restoration program in Ogoni land with $200 million to be released every year. $200 million to be released every year. But due to findings, or from our findings, it shows that nothing has been done. But if it were to be to pay Fulani terrorist bandits ransoms, the Nigerian government will waste no time to do that. The Fulani Nigerian government are now afraid because Nigeria is collapsing in their very eyes and they have no solution at hand to salvage it. They are now giving Abuja residents fake assurance that the Federal Capital Territory is not under attack by terrorists. They are using this to pacify the diplomatic community not to move out of Abuja because that will mark the end of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. When our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was telling them, the Janjaweeds, that a time will come when they will beg for dialogue, but it will be too late. That prophecy by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, has it not come to pass? Yes, it has. That is why the Nigerian Fulani government is reaching out to everyone to help them beg Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for a dialogue. The time for dialogue has long passed. What Biafrans need now is freedom. The toxic marriage that Biafra has with Nigeria is not by force. We don't want to be part of Nigeria. This is the same Fulani Nigerian government that have placed a bounty of $450 million over the head of our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB and Eastern Security Network. Over $450 million. They want to eliminate him. But because he's a servant of God, God is the one using him, nothing can happen to our leader. Because Biafra must be free. The Fulanis can deceive Biafran political and traditional rulers, but they can't deceive the present generation of Biafrans because Biafra is our life and we will never trade our freedom for anything. The unknown gunmen are doing a great job. Sorry, some people call them unknown gunmen, but we call them the unknown angels because they are sent by God. They keep taking the gospel of freedom across Biafra land. They visited a police station at Ikono local government area of Akwa Ibom State, Biafra land. They also visited another police station at Onitsha, local government of Ebonyi State. The police stations and army barracks are used as refugees for Fulani terrorists. That is where they operate from. And that is why God has been sending the unknown angels to take the gospel to them so that they will receive light. As the Fulani Nigerian government are focused on destabilizing Biafra land with their terrorist military, their homes and villages are being ravaged by terrorist Fulani bandits from Sahel region and Boko Haram and ISWAP. Nigeria now is officially a failed state, and this is as a result of the incompetency of the Janjaweed Fulanis. The terrorist Fulanis invaded a military base in Borno State and dislodged the coward Nigerian soldiers. The monster they created, the Janjaweed created, the monster that the Nigerian government created, Boko Haram, are unstoppable. They have been taking over the northern Nigeria. They have taken over the northern Nigeria and are about to completely take over the seat of power, Abuja. And that is what is creating anxiety among the diplomatic communities. You know, that is what is causing it. Instead of the Nigerian government to take their terrorist Nigerian military to where they are needed, they won't because of the Fulani's greed and wickedness. Now they have no military to protect those advocates of one Nigeria who joined the Fulanis to massacre over 5 million Biafrans in Nigerian civil war. They are now reaping the consequences of their actions. But it is not too late for them to repent. And all they need to do is to say no to Fulani Janjaweed. And the remaining tiny foundation holding the Fulani Caliphate together will fall like the walls of Jericho. The Nigerian government, known for their misplaced priority, arrested over 25 Yoruba Nation freedom fighters during their freedom rally yesterday in Ogun State. But no one was arrested in Kano State when some Fulani terrorists held a rally in support of the terrorist communication minister Issa Patami. Some Yoruba pastors who supported the late Buhari in 2015 election are now praying to God to remove him for Nigeria to have peace. In the first place, there is no Buhari but the impostor Yusuf Abubakar Umar from Niger Republic, who is controlled by Fulani Meyeti Allah and directed by Garba Shehu, the acting president. You know, and one thing they need to understand, there will be no Nigeria. There will be no Nigeria. So they shouldn't pray for peace. There will be no Nigeria. The Fulani Nigerian government and Biafran governors are in panic mode after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ordered a total shutdown, of Biafra land. He ordered a total shutdown of Biafran land and other areas where Biafrans have a significant population on May 30. This is the annual anniversary for our fallen heroes and heroines. According to Professor Wole Soyinka, he said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have shaken Nigeria to its foundations. He has become a nightmare to the Janjaweed. He has become world headlines news. And, countries discuss him. Those who don't believe in him are now believing in him. And those who chased him are now beckoning on him to come closer. What a great leader we have in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, according to Wole Soyinka, remains constant, unperturbed, focused, bold, truthful, factual, achieving, self-driven, and a commander of the people. My brothers and my sisters, rejoice because our Biafran freedom is just around the corner. Thank you for watching my video, and bye-bye for now.